Hey guys, welcome to the Shalene Show. If you don't know who I am, or if you haven't watched my first video, it's basically a vlog about life and my thoughts. I don't know, I could do something crazy. I'm a pretty crazy person. But today we're going to talk about being your true self. And that can be hard sometimes. This is why I'm doing this right now, because I've always wanted to do it, and so I just stepped out and I did it. So here I am. So if you want to become a better version of you, this is a video for you. I actually found this article about, it gave steps on how to be your true self. And I really liked it, and I thought, hey, why not do a video on it? So here we go. Alright, now that we've talked about what we're going to talk about, wait a minute, let's try to say that 5 times fast. Okay, now that we've talked about what we're going to talk about, now that we've talked about what we're going to talk about, now that we've talked about what we're going to talk about, I'm not even going to try to 4th time because I would have butchered it. It's kind of hard. Okay. So on to step 1. People are mostly a combination of their good and bad traits, and figuring out which of these define you will help you understand yourself better. I have a stuttering problem, so bear with me here, and I'm tired of doing retakes, so you're gonna have to deal with it. You're a happy person generally, a angry person generally. Once you start to figure out who you are and your good and bad traits, it'll help you. Alright guys, here's step 2. Being able to define your characteristics allows you to see yourself in a balanced way. Most importantly, it encourages you to become self-aware and distinguish the good from the bad. So when you define them, whether they're good or bad, you can work on them. You know, the bad traits, I pray a lot, and I read my Bible. But that's just me. I'm not trying to force this on you. That's just what I do. And the good traits, I try to keep on doing every day to build a better habit to be a better. Okay, we're on to step 2. Reflect on old values and new values. Don't make the mistake of thinking our personality traits are set in stone. Or your political orientation, religious views, sexual preferences. No matter how strongly you feel about these, realize that they are bound to change. That's just how it is. I mean, I'll give you an example of, my past. I never used to believe in God. But one day, bam, that changed. So, on that note, you just never know. That's just what it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry if my singing offends you, it offends me. But don't be afraid of change. If you start changing your mind on something, that's cool. Hey, it is what it is. Okay, we're on to step 2. Reflecting on old values and new values. Human beings are dynamic. I like the analogy of the snowflake. Not only is it pretty, but not everyone is the same. Like human beings. We all have different beliefs. We all look different. We don't always agree with each other. But here's where this comes in. Just because you believe in one thing doesn't mean you can't change into another. Being open to the possibilities of having different, even conflicting views. A very good analogy of that is Trump. Now, I'm not going to start anything, but some people hate him, some people like him. This is like Obama. This is terrible because I don't know where I'm going with this, but you get my point. If you actually research into something and realize, what they said about that person wasn't true, you're going to change your mind, is my point. So there you go. Camera's over here, by the way, not over here. I keep wanting to do this. Okay, and the last step on reflecting on old values and new values. Remember that the human spirit is very capable of change, and that you should be accepting. Okay, the very last step to number 2 is remember that the human spirit is very capable of change, and you should be accepting of that natural phenomenon. Because When people change, it blows your mind. But you don't always think it's a good thing. But all that matters is that that person inside themselves changed, and that's a phenomenon. It's out of the ordinary, so to speak. We aren't always accepting of it, but it's okay. We are on to step 3. Don't focus on your past. Everyone has a cringeworthy moment. You have been insensitive, selfish, or conniving in the past, but that doesn't mean you have to keep atoning for older behavior for the rest of your life. Take a step and breathe. Don't forget on the context of your behavior, and remember to place them in your past. Your previous choices, behavior, although impactful, do not define who you are. Define who you are, much less who you will become. There are things I can think of in my life that I thought I could never do that I overcame. And that's just the perfect example of that. I just didn't make the same mistake. I moved on, and I tried something different with it. It's incredibly unhealthy to keep nagging yourself for things that you did in the past. Invest in the art of letting go and moving on. Now, this is something there's a lot of things that I didn't try and that I wish I would have, and so forth. But I'm really bad at telling myself that, oh, I'm never going to do this, or I'm never going to do that, or I'm never going to achieve my goals. I'm working on that. I'm changing that. So just baby steps. Or not, just maybe a little bit more. Hey, whatever you want to do. So don't let those define you. Don't nag yourself. Just move on.